Guys, when you make a sales in Odoo 19, a lot happens behind the scenes, right? Like starting from the stock moment, accounting entries, and finally payments. So here in this video, I'm going to show you the complete sales to accounting workflow in a step-by-step manner using a real-life business world example. Okay, so once again, I'm welcome to the YouTube channel, which is Cybrosys Technologies. And in today's video, we'll walk through the complete journey of the sales in Odoo 19 from quotation to final payment and accounting impact as well. Because most of the users didn't aware about what will happen if you are doing different kind of things inside a sales module. Is it affecting your accounting module or not? What kind of entries are generating there and everything. So here in this video, I'm going to show you everything. This is actually a basic thing, but this is so important. So as you all know that inside Odoo 19, we have so much more core modules, right? So sales also have a significant role among that core modules because we are using a sales module to create a sale order for a bulk quantity of product. Okay. So as you all know that we have the POS module to make a retail selling to the customers. But when we're talking about the sales module, here we have an important part, which means you guys need to create a quotation because that's a main document before you giving the sales order or the product to the customer. So let's head over to the sales module. Here I'm at the application launcher of Odoo 19. Let's head over to the sales module. This is the dashboard of sales module once it opens. Okay. So from here itself, you can find this is the quotation dashboard because that's the main and important part while you're opening it. So what do you mean by your quotation? As you all know that that's a main document that you guys are actually going to make using who is the customer and what product that you're going to sell and what is the quantity, the price and everything. So this is just a draft thing. So you guys need to understand one thing. There is no kind of accounting impact happened in accounting module. Okay, so let's start from the quotation itself. By clicking on this new option, you can see this is the form. And you can specify how the customer, who is our customer. So let me provide the customer name. There we have the expiration date for this particular quotation because we need to provide an expiration date after this customer takes to or need to give an action for this quotation that we are sent to them. Okay. And there we have the quotation date when we are actually sent, and there you can find this is the payment in terms, which means if the product have to be sold to that particular customer, when we need the payments, like we have different kind of option, which means an immediate payment, 15 days, 21, 30 days, 45 and everything. So if you're a new person, you should understand about the payment and terms inside Odoo 19 sales module as well. So here it is defaultly set up as immediate. So I need the payment from my customer and immediate stage. Now you can see this is the actual quotation, the order line that we need to fill up, which means which kind of product that we are going to sell to the customer. So there we have different kind of product inside our inventory module, which means we stocked our product, right? So from here itself, you can simply select them. So I'm going to take a table. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to sell a table to the customer, which is around $4,000. This is the price of that particular product, and from here itself I can provide how much quantity that my customer needs. So I'm going to provide this as 3. Once I'm done with that, yeah, the stock is there because that's why it's giving you a blue color. So the total amount of this particular product is actually 12,000. If you want to add any kind of tax, which means a sales tax, you can add them. Once you are done with that, you can simply confirm this or you can send this. Okay, if your customer is there and they are actually willing to confirm the sale order, you can simply confirm this. Okay, so I'm going to confirm this, or otherwise you can send this. So after all words, you need to understand one thing. Once we are confirming a quotation, this will be automatically changing its stage into sales order. So we are created a sale order now. It's officially a sale order, but when you are on the beginning stage, it's only a quotation. Okay. So what about the accounting impact while you are creating a sales order? So after clicking the confirmation, the sales order is created and the delivery order is as well as generated. Now you can see a smart button is appeared, right? So this is actually the delivery order. Okay. But you understand one thing, there is still no accounting entries at this stage because we only created a sales order, but we didn't give any kind of invoices or payment details. So the payment and invoice is connected to what? Yeah, to the accounting module. Okay. So here, once you are creating any kind of delivery, because the delivery is interconnected with another module, which is inventory module. So there we have a delivery, but we didn't even trigger the delivery. If I'm just clicking on this option, you will get this is the delivery of 3 demanded product. The quantity is also 3. There we have available that in our stock. And if I'm going to validate this delivery will be done stage. Okay. So you can either create a validation of your delivery order from here itself, or you can move on to the inventory module. From the dashboard itself, you can see this is the delivery order that we need to deliver to the customer. By clicking on 11 to ready, there you can see our product. Okay, so let me say this. Yeah, this is the sales order that we have created. This is the delivery entry. So you can see from here itself also you can simply validate this. Okay, so here I'm going to validate this by clicking on the validate option. I'm going to disable the SMS and I just validate it. Okay, so now you can see we are delivered the product from our stock or the inventory module or the warehouse to the customer. Okay, so an inventory impact is actually done while you are doing these kind of things. So after validating the delivery, what will happen? The stock decreases from your stocks, and the cost of goods sold, which means the COGS are actually recorded in your inventory module, and the inventory value is actually reducing. Okay, because our inventory have a value, which means this much quantity is there on product, but that particular value is reducing under the product side as well. So that's the inventory impact that has actually happened, but there is still no kind of accounting entry or accounting impact happened. Okay, now let's head over to the sales module back. So moving on to the sales module, now you can see this is the sales order that we are actually created. By clicking on the option, now you can see the delivery is completed. Okay, moving back here, you can see now we have an option to actually trigger, which means this you need to create an invoice after your delivery. Okay, so there is one more thing that I want to add up. By creating any kind of product inside your product dashboard or a accounting, not accounting module, Odoo 19, you can see that how you need to provide your invoicing policy though. So before the delivery and after the delivery is there. So if you are just going to provide each of the configured option, on that basis you would need to create an invoice. So here after the delivery, I want to create an invoice of my customer. So now this is an important thing, which means we need to create an invoice. Okay, so let's create an invoice by clicking on this option. So you will get a wizard like this. You need to create a regular invoice or a down payment in a percentage or a fixed amount. So let's create a regular invoice because this amount is affordable for our customer. They are actually willing to pay this amount. Okay, so once I'm done with this, this is the draft invoice. So before posting any invoice, you can simply check what is the drafting. Is that every configured option is filled up? Is the payment and terms, invoice date, everything is there? If you want manually change, you can simply do that as well. Okay, so once I'm done with there, I can simply confirm this option and I can post this invoice. By clicking on the confirm option, we have just actually post this invoice. So what will happen? Actually, the revenue is recorded and the customer receivable is actually created because we need to get some amount from the customer. That's actually the customer receivables, and we need to see that the journal items is there under this tab as well, because this is actually connected with where it is actually connected with accounting modules. So if you want to see the impact, you can simply move on to the journal entry of accounting module, or from the invoice itself you can find them. Like moving on to the journal item tab, there you can see they we are done with the product sale from the account product sale, and there you can see this is the product. Okay, and there you can see the amount is credited first of all, and now you can see an account receivables is actually created and it's in debit side. Okay, So once we are just creating a payment, it will be done. So let me show you that. If you want to see that in a manual way, you can simply move on to the accounting module and just click on the journal entry. You will see that exact details from there itself. And let's create a payment. So here comes the crucial part inside accounting, that is actually connecting with the sales module and accounting module. So from here itself, you can create a payment, or from the accounting module itself, you can create the payment. So by clicking on the pay button, you will get a wizard like this, and you need to manually fill up all the option, which kind of journal that you are choosing, the payment method is what, and what kind of how much is the amount, what is the payment date, and the memo is there as well. And this is the recipient bank that we are actually going to receive money. This is the company's bank account as well. So from here itself, you can create a payment, or otherwise you can move on to the accounting module. Okay, here I'm at the accounting module. Moving on to the accounting module itself, sorry. Here we have customers. Under the customers, we have the payments. By clicking on the payments, you can simply create a new payment with the customer. Who's our customer? It's actually who's that? Or you can simply move on to the customers, and you can move on to the invoice itself. There we are actually created an invoice from there, and there you can see the same invoice that we created inside the sales module, because the accounting modules and the sale module is actually integrated or interconnected with each other. By clicking on the payment button, you will get the same wizard, and I'm going to choose this as the bank journal. So once you are done with that, let's create a payment. That's a manual payment, that's in payment stage, because we didn't even reconcile it. We are just take it, receive the money into our bank account, but we didn't even reconcile that matched it with the bank statement. So after onwards, it will be moving on to paid stage. So let me show you that impact as well. So once you are done with it, this is the payment details that we are actually done. Okay, this is in process stage. If you are moving on to the customers and payments as well, you can find the same thing. This is in process but not yet paid. So if you're just choosing the cash, it will be definitely moving on to the paid stage before you creating any kind of reconciliation, because cash doesn't need any kind of reconciliation. Okay. So this is the main thing. So what will happen inside accounting module? What kind of entries that have been happened? Okay. So after you registering any kind of payments, you can choose cash or bank journal. What will happen? The payment is recorded. The receivables is actually cleared. So where you can see the payment impact, you can simply move on to the reporting session. There we have the balance sheet. First of all, the balance sheet. From here itself, you can find that. So we have created the payment using the bank journal, right? So under the bank, you can find that particular thing. So this is the bank in cash. Under there you can see this is the bank. So we had done the payment using that bank journal. From here itself, once you are just loading it, you can find the payment that we have created. Okay. So where is it? Oh, sorry guys, we didn't even find that particular thing because we didn't even reconciled yet. So before moving on to that, I want to reconcile this payment. For that kind of purpose, I'm moving on to the dashboard itself, and let's create a new transaction. So who's a customer? Let me move on to them. It's open book. Okay. Now let's head over to the dashboard itself. Let's create a transaction. For the reconciliation, you can simply click on there. Let's create a new payment with today's date, 29th. And this is a customer payment. I'm recording this as like that. Partner is open board. Let's provide the actual amount. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to add and close this. So now you can see this is actually done with the liquidity transfer. I'm deleting this and I'm doing the manual reconciliation by clicking on this option. You can see this is how to reconcile. From here itself, you can find the invoice that we are actually created. And let's select this. After onwards, this particular payment is reconciled. Now let's head over to the reporting session. There we have the balance sheet. And moving on to there we have the bank, right? By clicking on the general ledger itself, you can simply find the customer payment that we have done. Okay, so after the reconciliation, you can find under the debit stage, you can find the customer payment that we are done with the open board, and the $12,000 is actually recorded there. Okay, so that's how simply you can see the accounting impact from the balance sheet, and you are just reconciled. And if you want to see the journal entries itself, you can move on to the accounting, and there you can find the journal entries. So under the journal entries, you can see these are the posted journal entries. So these are the entries that we have created. So the first one is using the bank. So there you can see this is from the customer payment. It's 12,000, and outstanding receipt. This is the last after the reconciliation. This is the last journal entry that we have created, and there you can see this is the reconciled item and one bank transaction as well. And moving back to there, and this is the customer invoice that we have created, and now you can see this is in paid stage but not in process. So that is the journal entry how it created. So there you can see from the product sale it is actually credited, and there you can see the account receivables is depicted as well. Moving on to the journal entry itself, this is the first one that we have posted, which means sorry, the first one, not the first one. This is the last journal entry. From the outstanding receipt, you can see 12,000 depicted, account receivable, it's credited as 12,000 as well. Okay, so that's how simply you can find the journal entries and the impact of accounting module while you are doing any kind of sales, to the end-to-end follow-up, like from starting from the quotation to the payment session as well. So if I want to tell you how the complete workflow summary is there, like quotation, you can't find any kind of impact. Sale order, you can't find any impact. Delivery, you only find an inventory impact, which means inventory decreases and COGS plus. But after the invoice, you can find that an accounting impact is there, because the revenue plus receivables is actually increasing, and the payment, after the payment, you can see the cash or bank journal, which kind of journal that you're chosen while you creating the payment will be increasing as well. So the simple logic between or behind this particular integration that is created with the sales and accounting module is, so one, sales is affects inventory, which means the stock, revenue, which means the income, cash or bank, which means the money, and lastly the profit, which means the report. Okay, so these are the main thing what will happen while you are doing any sales in your business, and what impact that accounting will be doing as well. So I hope you all understood this video. So if you want different kind of tutorials like this, what is the accounting impact while you are using the POS module or the purchase module, please comment down below. I'll be very happy to give you the workflow session, because you need to understand the basic things. So till the next video, till the next tutorial from integrated module video, which means integrating with accounting or different core modules, I'll be back with that videos. Till that, bye bye.